A new program to help folks in crisis could be coming to Perry County thanks to grant funding from several government agencies. And transportation workers who stepped in to save one of their own are being recognized. Who they are and what they do coming up.
Plus, we stay soggy and windy into this evening. Your first alert forecast on the way as Mountain News First at 4 continues.
Mountain News First at 4 continues.
With some windy, chilly, and possibly snowy weather moving into the area during the weekend, WYMT meteorologist Cameron Aaron is giving you the first alert for what to expect. Cameron?
Yeah, Olivia, you will need the rain gear if you have those plans on this Friday afternoon, as most of us are getting a nice soaking rain at this hour. Let's take a live look at First Alert Pinpoint Doppler. And for most of us, we are getting some rainfall, but notice in the Cumberland Valley west of I-75, a little bit of a break for the second half of this afternoon, but some more showers on the way as we go into the evening, also into tonight as well. But zooming into a few heavier pockets of rain close to the Kentucky and West Virginia border in Lawrence County, close to Louisa, also close to Inez and Martin County, into Wayne, also Mingo and Logan counties in West Virginia. And here is a live look courtesy of the Kentucky Mesonet in Lawrence County from Louisa. And we are gloomy, also soggy as showers continue, and more showers also in the Cumberland Valley for Clay County into Knox County and Bell County as well. And a heavier downpour not too far away from Hyden and Leslie County at this hour. Another big story on this Friday, some gusty winds continue, gusting to 56 in Lexington, 29 for Monticello, 23 in London, and that is why that wind advisory continues through early tomorrow morning. Those temperatures right now in the 40s, so we are near or above average, but we see below freezing weather for several days in a row as we go into early next week, and possibly some more snow showers as well. Those details on the way in just a few minutes. Olivia?
Thank you, Cameron. Governor Andy Beshear has announced more than $4 million in grants for several government agencies to create a new program toward helping those in a crisis. WYMT's RJ Johnson has more.
In his Team Kentucky update, Governor Andy Beshear announced $4.7 million to implement community crisis code response programs in 7 municipalities. He says the partnerships will be between behavioral health, law enforcement, and other first responders to help those in a crisis without worrying about unnecessary incarcerations or hospitalization.
Congratulations to these pioneers for being some of the first that are going to help us as we mold what this program will look like and how we can better help our people and not overtax some of our healthcare systems.
One of the municipalities awarded was the Perry County Ambulance Authority. We will have more on how officials plan to implement this program throughout the county coming up tonight at 6. But for now, in Hazard, RJ Johnson, WYMT Mountain News.
All right, thank you, RJ. Governor Beshear says this is an exciting next step for treating mental health in the community. A Southern Kentucky woman is home after a life-changing infection. She's lost 2 legs and will soon lose both hands and parts of her arms. People turned out in numbers this morning to welcome home a beloved member of their community. Lucinda's Cindy Mullins has had quite the roller coaster ride, all because of a kidney stone infection.
And I wasn't angry, I wasn't mad. I was just so happy to be alive. And I had that peace, I think, because it's a feeling I had never felt before, and I may never feel it again. And I don't know that I've ever felt that close to God.
Mullins says the next step of her journey will involve the amputation of her arms, then procedures to fit her with prosthetics, which are similar to robotic devices. An awards presentation in Pike County today celebrated a group of workers from Letcher County who helped a co-worker in his time of need. WYMT's Buddy Forbes was there as the men were recognized by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet.
A Kentucky Transportation Cabinet meeting today in Pikeville was less about the highways and more about the heroics, celebrating the life-saving actions of 13 men from District 12. When one of their co-workers started choking during lunch in September, a crew of 13 Letcher County KYTC workers jumped into action. clearing his airway and getting him into an ambulance. Members say it was a scary time watching Bobby Steins pass out after being unable to breathe, fearing they would lose not only a coworker, but a brother, saying their training helped him make it home.
I mean, they're family. I mean, you spend just as much time as you do with them as you do your family. And, you know, when anything happens, you know, to anybody, it's just like if, you know, if it's your brother, mother, father, because you're so tight-knit because you spend so much time together.
Those involved say it really shows the importance of proper training and the power of a courageous crew. In Pikeville, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
All right, thank you, Buddy. The men were recognized by Team Kentucky and the Transportation Cabinet today. See more from the Heroic Safety Awards coming up at 6. Monday marks 15 years since the Miracle on the Hudson. On January 15th, 2009, U.S. Airways Flight 1549 made an emergency landing in New York City's Hudson River after being stuck by a flock of geese shortly after taking off from LaGuardia Airport. Thanks to the quick thinking of its pilot, Chelsea Solenberger, all of 155 people on board the plane were rescued.
It was routine until it very suddenly, shockingly became the ultimate emergency of a lifetime. And we knew it immediately. As soon as the birds hit us and destroyed our engines and we had lost thrust over New York City at low altitude with only a few options, we had mere minutes to solve the problem before our flight path intersected the surface of the Earth.
Sully, his co-pilot, and some of those passengers reunited in New York last night at the Pally Center for Media. The captain says the group will forever be bonded by their experience. And coming up as First at 4 continues, another piece of new tech introduced at the CES Tech Show could change the way we eat.
Plus, we are tracking a deep freeze by the weekend and into next week. Those details coming up after this break.